This is the most viscerally upsetting movie I've ever seen. So today I'm talking about Anniversary, which I watched on Sunday during the snowstorm. This is not an ad. I paid $6 of my own money to watch this movie, but I finished this movie and I literally was sitting there like so upset that I was on Instagram like, guys, who the fuck has seen this movie? The cast is insanely stacked. We have Diane Lane playing the mom, Kyle Chandler playing the dad, Madeline Brewer playing the oldest sister. She is from You, Handmaid's Tale, and The Disappear for my New York Broadway heads, and she was soon going to be in Becky Shaw for the Broadway heads. Zoe Deutsch, which I love. If you don't follow me, I love her. I loved her in that Hulu movie that she did. Phoebe Dynevor from Bridgerton, obviously McKenna Grace from Everything, and Daryl McCormack from Bad Sisters. The movie is called Anniversary, and at first it was being marketed and sold the way that I saw the trailer as a sort of relationship drama about a parent who does not like their son's girlfriend. If you watch The Girlfriend on Amazon Prime, this is very similar. 20 minutes in, you start to pick up that this movie is nothing like that, right? Like, obviously, Diane Lane plays a professor at Georgetown who talks about democracy and the law. Kyle Chandler is her husband. He's a chef. He owns a restaurant. Phoebe Dynevor plays a student who used to be in Diane Lane's class. You realize this 10 minutes in that they already know each other. She wrote a treatise on the United States being a sort of single party system where a authoritarian fascist government where you can't like express dissent. You cannot express any opinion that is not the opinion of the government, right? You will be like disappeared. And she wrote a book saying, this is what we should do. Diane Lane was like, you're a fucking loser and a freak and a weirdo. She wrote a thesis about it and she got kicked out of school. I'm going to give light spoilers because you cannot talk about this movie without like a little spoiler, but I really want you guys to watch it because I was so upset by the end of it. Dylan O'Brien plays the son in the family. So it's three sisters and a son. And he, of course, gets with Phoebe Dynevor. And over the 5 years that the movie takes place in, you watch him become like ineffectual writer boy loser, her sidekick, Elizabeth Nettles' sidekick. And he goes from being her sidekick to like being the leader of the fascist government. You're just like, wait, what is this movie about? Phoebe Dynevor gives a very measured performance. She does have Irish playing American accent that Saoirse Ronan does, where it's like, women, we have minds and we have hearts and we have souls, where you can feel them chewing on every single vowel. But like, I kind of like it. I don't know. She plays this character very measured, very intense. It's unclear whether the movie wants us to think that she is explicitly setting out to destroy this family by creating this political ideology that will lead to the destruction of this family. But at the same time, you're like, well, she's not great, right? Like, I think the movie tries to humanize her later on, but by that point, we're just like in the middle of fascism. So it's like, okay. Some of the reviews complain about the political system in this movie not being very clear, but I thought that it was a very clear sort of one-to-one. They weren't super, super explicit about like being either liberal or not liberal or whatever, but like when you are talking about a one-party system that is disappearing people, that is eliminating political dissidents, that is like eliminating all dissent and making sure that the government is the one power that controls everything in the country, it is very hard to not take a intellectual leap. Diane Lane does give a great performance as a mom who is watching her family sort of slip away from her because all of them have different political beliefs. And so one of the interesting things is that it is very like white culture, like waspy culture, where they're like, we're just not going to talk about politics at the dinner table. Even though Dylan O'Brien is getting more and more powerful in the government, you're like, why are you having dinner with this person? Like, people start disappearing, like shit starts happening, it gets crazy, and they're like, we're just gonna have Thanksgiving, and you're like, what is happening? This movie is available for rent. Like I said, this is not an ad. I paid for it with my own money because I heard good things, and now I don't know if I liked it. Like, I don't know if I liked it. I don't know how I felt about it. I just felt very unsettled. I felt very sort of upset and confused by it in a way that I never really, like, you guys know I always have an opinion on everything. I'm never like, I don't know. But like this one, I really don't know how I feel about it. It is sort of a political drama about hating your son's girlfriend and then watching your son become evil. But at the same time, I'm like, it's about so much more and so much less that I don't really know how to feel. Basically, I want you guys to watch it so we can talk about it.